Hey, good evening. Dan Fitzpatrick here at stockmarketmentor.com. I'm doing this video on Friday evening, and I wanted to show you the three stocks that I was talking about on the Fast Money halftime report earlier today on Friday. First is Deckers. Okay, you can see this uptrend. The stock has been in this consolidation phase for a while. It's hitting this is a 40-week or 200-day moving average right here. This is a stock that's begging for a breakout here. I think you can buy this stock right now. You keep a stop, say a little bit below 75-ish or so, something like that. And this is going to work for you. The daily chart, it actually shows it's giving you a little buying opportunity. If the stock falls back closer, say to 77, even yet a better buying opportunity. We just need to see Deckers stay above the 200-day moving average. Now, alternatively, Cabela's, my thesis on that is this is a stock in search of a bottom. Look at the weekly chart. Okay, you can see on this, again, 40-week or 200-day moving average, you can see how the stock has been trading above that. Come down every so often to test it, but it's been trading above it. Well, over the last, however many months or quarters, stock went from above to now below, and I'm looking at this. Let's go back to the daily chart. Okay, do you know what this was? I'll tell you. This was the day that the company guided lower. They came out and guided lower on their earnings per share. The stock traded as low that day as $59.69, and it looked like an awesome buying opportunity, and it was. $59.69, we'll call it 60 bucks up to 72. What's that? 20% move? I will take that any day. But now, everybody's a loser. Everybody who bought since that warning is losing money. That's known as not a good thing. And so I wouldn't, look, you can short Cabela's if you want, but just know that today 1.3 million was kind of a big day. Here we're looking at this on the 5-minute chart. You can kind of blame me for this because this was when I was on Fast Money talking about this. But you can also see that the movement that happened to the stock when I came out with that analysis was also quickly retraced. So, by the way, understand that that's the dynamics of television. You can have any fool on there, and if they say something, you're going to have a lot of traders follow along with that analysis. Just know that that's the short-term ebb and flow. It doesn't mean anything because look at here. Okay, Fitzpatrick says sell. Let's sell. 2 minutes later, 5 minutes later, somebody who didn't have CNBCs on says like, oh, Cabela's sold off a little bit. I think I want to buy some. Okay, so just don't get suckered into the short-term movements of a stock. It will cost you money. What's more important is that this stock's coming out of a volatility squeeze flowing to the downside. Okay, I said that if the stock trades below 58.55, then I would have to say that this is a top, not just consolidation. I frankly don't think you should even wait the way this thing is trading. Maybe it'll get a little bounce on Monday, but I think Cabela's goes lower. And then finally, Salesforce, my thesis on that, and this was actually a friend of mine who trades very well for the amount of time that she's been trading, had asked me a few days ago, hey, don't you think Salesforce is probably a good one to buy? And I'm thinking like, well, where were you last week? So this is moving higher. I think that this big high volume spike up here works up to 58 bucks. Now the stock is just consolidating. I would be surprised if it kept going up from here. I would not be surprised if the stock instead was consolidating for a while, maybe even fell down a bit. But this is a stock, this is institutional buying here. When the stock trades 13 million shares in a day, that's not you know, Jim, Bob, and Jethro buying stock. That's big institutions buying stock. So I think this downtrend here is over, and I think Salesforce ultimately, we'll just draw it out like this. Easy trend lines. There's your support. There's resistance like that. I don't see any reason why it can't come up to 75 bucks. That would be my price target based on, you just saw my analysis. Nothing more than that. So, and by the way, 4-for-1 stock split back here in 2013, and the stock's still higher than it was then by almost 50%. Okay, so this stock has been moving not because of a liquidity issue. There's plenty of liquidity. The stock's been moving because it's one that you want to buy. Okay, members, over to the strategy sessions. We've got 3 videos over there for you to look at this week.